Alright, sorry I have my arm all backwards, but I'm kind of petting Shayla dog because she wanted pets. She wanted butt pets. She loves having her butt pet. But my pets are not what any of this is about. This is a video game vlog, and I have a couple of topics that I have to talk about. And I wasn't going to talk about it till I saw that yet again, for a second year, I completely forgot about the Video Game Awards. But before we get into that whole fucking whatever the hell that was, let's start off with a game that I saw I want to say 2-3 weeks ago. I watched Alpha Beta Gamer play it, called Trauma. Okay, so it's a demo for a game that's I'm assuming is going to be the same name. And there's this guy, this older man, wakes up on a train. I call him Dad Bod because he had the quintessential dad bod. He wakes up on a train, and the train is, of course, all fucked up because it's an indie horror game, and that's what we're here for. And basically, he's trying to get out of the situation because he's like, where am I? None of this makes sense. This train is all fucked up. What the fuck is going on? And he gets off the train, some stuff happens. He gets off the train, but then he's still in kind of in Silent Hill, in Otherworld. He's in this otherworldly place. And I had a little expectation. I saw Dead Bod, and I was like, I don't know. This might be a little hokey, but we'll watch it. We'll had to eat crow because it was really good. Post-Trauma was very, very good. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is so good. I can't wait for it to come out. It had tension building. It had puzzles you had to figure out. It had everything that I was looking for in an indie horror game, or a horror game as a whole. And I was very pleasantly surprised at Post-Trauma. I thought I was going to hate it, but I actually didn't hate that. Alpha Beta Gamer played it. I want to say Mr. Craven played it. That might have actually been when I first saw that. I think I might have actually saw Craven played it first. Mr. Craven played it first. And then I watched Alpha Beta Gamer play it. And then somebody else played it, and I didn't watch their playthrough. And it was good though. If you want to go, I will, of course, we'll post links of stuff in the description. But it was really good. It was a pleasant surprise in a sea of just, right now, we're kind of in that lull where nothing is really coming out right now. Nothing's happening in video game land, and we're just kind of sitting there with our dicks in our hands, well, nothing's happening, so I guess. So I don't know. But if you want to check out Post-Trauma, it is a pleasantly, surprisingly, eerily creepy game. And it is very recommended. So I say, you want something that was what? Go either check that out or go play it, or both. But Post-Trauma has my heart. Two, I wanted to talk about, speaking of Alpha Beta Gamer, homie be playing some weird fucking games. This is where half my weird game collection, I don't know if I ever made that a public playlist, but I have a playlist called The Weirdest Games in the World. A lot of the shit that's how I saw Auto Afterlife, was because of that shit. I saw that other game that them people that did, the fuck was that John Wolf played back in September, it had to have been September, late August, early September, or August through September. What was the name of the game? A Typical Nightmare. I found out later on that Noxon had played A Typical Nightmare. But it's the same people that did A Typical Nightmare. It's some game called Not My Day. And I think I talked about this on the video game vlog that I was supposed to do in 2 parts, but never posted part 1. So basically, this game is so fucked up. It's I could see why nobody talks about that or plays it. Because it's low-key. In fact, it's not even low-key. It is offensive. So basically, the guy is sitting in a house. Of course, it's in the middle of no fucking place, because horror game, you got to live somewhere. Either you're going someplace that's in the middle of nowhere, or you live somewhere that's in the middle of nowhere. Isolation is the thing. We got it. So this man is sitting watching the news, and they're like, this man escaped from the mental hospital. Strike one, making fun of people with mental health crises. But he escaped from the prison mental hospital, and he likes to essay, let's just say, skinny farmers who live alone. And basically, and they reiterate this fact like 3 or 4 times, like as if we didn't hear it the first 12 they had mentioned it. And basically, it was like the man was trying to run away from the guy, and the object is to run away from the guy and collect hearts for whatever fucking reason. And if the guy that's the guy that likes to assault skinny farmers catches you, he'll take all your clothes off. And then like when you lose, because apparently this game doesn't go anywhere. When you ultimately lose, basically like it's him stripping you all the way down, and it's on that weirdest games in the world playlist. It's by them same fools it did not the typical nightmare game, and it was just like, whoa, okay, so that fucking happened, and I guess so, yeah. But I said all that to say it's some weird shit on their playlist, basically. But Sinfield is the weirdest thing I had seen in a minute. The only reason why the Not My Day is on there is because it's so fucking random. But Sinfield is supposed to be like a horror game parody of Seinfeld, and it takes place in the Seinfeld house. But it's so, I don't even know if it's surreal is the right word. It's like David Lynch. If you know fucking David Lynch, it's David Lynch levels of what the fuck am I witnessing? Like, I don't understand what the fuck. It's so fucked up and weird. My brain is just shutting down. Like, I don't fucking know what you have me trying to process. So it's something you can play and watch. And it's supposed to be a serial of that. It's like serialized. It's supposed to come out in episodes. And that was Sinfield was the first one. You can, like I said, it is something that is an option. If you are open to playing something that is, like I said, David Lynch levels of what the fuck am I looking at? What the fuck is this supposed to mean? And your brain will be like my brain. What the fuck is this that you have me looking at that I'm supposed to process? Because I can't process this. There's no processing that I could do to make any of this shit make logical fucking sense. And I agree. I agree with my brain. And I'm sorry I put you through that, brain. I know I put you through some shit, but that was a lot. And it's, like I said, it's an option. You can go play it and or watch it. That's an option very open to you, but don't say I ain't say it wasn't all fucked up and strange. So don't come to me like, oh, Sean, you fucked me up. I sure did. I surely did, but I did warn you too, so I don't know what to tell you. I told you if you were in the mood for some fucked upness, you could go look at that. You didn't have to. But if you go and take that option, don't come to me and whining and complaining that you took that option, because you was the motherfucker who took that option. You ain't had to take that option. You could have been like, nah, I'm straight. I'm good. Nah. So, and I want to talk about Wayward Harbor, because Wayward Harbor started creepy, but Wayward Harbor quickly devolved. And then it was a day I was overthinking about things anyway, where I was sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, it's a game where basically you're trapped on this island that's a lighthouse, but there's this monster, but you can't see the monster unless you have this mirror. And I'm like, okay, so this is where I was overthinking. I was like, logic would dictate if the mirror is how you see the monster, wouldn't you not want to see that shit? Wouldn't you want to just be like, I'm not going to look at you because you can only hurt me if you... It's like vampires. They can only hurt you if you let them bastards in the house. But if you let them bastards hang out outside, they can't fuck with you. Like, they can fuck with you. They can be like this. But they can't bite you or do anything to you. You have to let them in the house. Sorry for spitting. But you got to let them assholes in the house. I'm like saying that same monster on Wayward Harbor, you had to look in the mirror and the mirror would be like, oh, there's some fuckery back there. Why would you look at that? What in there would be like, okay, I'm going to look at this because this is a good idea. But who did I watch play that? I want to say I watch Alpha Beta. I've been on Alpha Beta Gamer's channel a lot lately. And it's not that Noxon isn't providing me with anything that I need, because I did have watched Noxon play a few things, but I don't know. Oh, and before I get into it, Wayward Harbor it's good. It's just a little weird, and it was not that it was bad. It wasn't what I was, like, it started off creeping me out, because the first time you look at the monster in the mirror, it's just like, oh, it just kind of happens, and it was like, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that, but after a while, it gets a little on the tedious side, and I was just like, oh, okay, well, it's a decent game. So Wayward Harbor is also an option open to you if you want to take the Wayward Harbor option. I'm not mad at it. I'm not like biting on the couch. I'm not even like bitey about it. It's like, oh, it was alright. It's not something I will watch again, but I was like, oh, that was alright. I don't mind it like that. So, but Wayward Harbor is an option to you. There is, changing gears, a game. Hang on, I gotta go find that, because I forgot I was going to talk about this, but I haven't exactly watched the playthrough, but I want to talk about it, so hold up. Alright, I wanted to talk about the demo to Stray Souls. So, Stray Souls, I want to say in 2019, maybe early 2020, early last year, Noxon periodically will post things that are coming out, videos, like he'll show like a couple, like 5 or so horror games that are slated to come out in the near future. And I think I remember seeing Stray Souls on there, but I want to say it was under another name, but I don't know if I'm confusing Stray Souls with the game that he debuted like 1,000 years ago. But it seemed very similar, and I remember at the time of seeing that particular trailer for what I am going to assume is Stray Souls, I remember thinking, like, this looks pretty cool, because it was a guy being guided on a walkie-talkie or something by some girl, and it was one part in that preview trailer where he was like, it seemed like he was possessed or she was possessed. It's been a while. I only started thinking about it because when I was watching John Wolf play the Stray Souls demo, and I'm like, and I had seen Noxon play it too, and as I'm watching it, I'm like, I think this was that trailer where the dude was possessed or the girl was possessed. Somebody was on the phone possessed, and I just don't remember, and the boy was walking kind of aimlessly through all this fucked upness. But I thought that was supposed to have came out by now. I thought it was supposed to be, honestly, I thought that was supposed to be out the tail fucking end of last year. Now, I know last year was a damn hot mess, and I know this year was a fucking hot mess. So, if shit is late, it pretty much tracks, because these last 2 years have been abject fucking chaos and fuckery. So it makes sense. But I need to, oh God, that means I had to dive through like possibly 2 years of videos to try to find that joint so I could try to make it make sense. But Stray Souls seems interesting because, again, you're this dude being guided by some girl on a phone and or a walkie-talkie. I'm assuming it's a walkie-talkie? I don't know what the fuck it is. And it's got some eerie moments. It's just I can't get through it for some reason. I know it seems counter, like you just spent like 1,000 years explaining the trailer and you're telling me you didn't watch the demo. No, I haven't watched the demo. I don't know what it is. Every time I sit and watch the demo, like midway through, I get very bored and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go do things. I'm gonna go clean. I'm gonna go wash clothes. I'm gonna go do something that's not, like, it'll be on and I'll be kind of paying attention. I'm gonna play phone games on my phone, but I'm not gonna sit here and watch this. So while it's really interesting because she's your friend or whoever she is, it's your birthday and like she has you looking at fireworks and then like you got to do some other shit because she has all these surprises for your birthday, but then it devolves into some kind of horror situation, and I never get to the horror situation. I always get bored midway through and I just don't watch it, and I don't know why the fuck I don't watch it, and I feel guilty because it looked interesting if that's the same fucking trailer I'm thinking of from a couple years ago, but I can't watch this game. I want to give it a chance. I'm going to very much try to give it a chance, but my rule is this: if I try to watch something 3 times, it ain't fucking happening. So we'll see when it comes out what the fuck happens, but it does, the graphics for it look really good for like a little indie horror situation, but I can't bring myself to get through it. So I don't know what the fuck that says about me or about the game or about whatever, but something weird is hanging out on there, so I don't fucking know. And I'm going to talk about real quick the new Five Nights at Freddy's. It wasn't popping. Like, I hate to say it, like, for all that vibrato they put in the beginning where they were jamming out to the Chuck E. Well, not Chuck E. Cheese, but like the Ucky East Che music, for like all of that shit. It was like when we got to the nuts and the bolts of some little boy was like, Freddy, you gotta help me. I'm like, I'm like hanging out in your stomach, like, cause like, I don't want this lady to get, like, and they got Freddy being nice. I'm like, that's not what the fuck Five Nights at Freddy's was talking. Freddy was fucking trying to kill motherfuckers. Like, you rolled up in that whatever that Ucky East Che spot, let's just call it, because I can't remember what, not Freddy Fazbear, that's the name of the thing. But you end up in that Ucky East Che situation, then I don't know. I really don't know what the fuck was like. I couldn't get through it. I tried to watch it. I tried very hard to watch it, and I just did not like it. I ended up skipping. And even John Wolf was kind of like, I don't know about this, y'all. And I'm like, I don't know about it either, because, nah. So, that's not what I came here for. I came here, like the last Five Nights at Freddy's was the one. The only thing I remember from that is the guy was like, you made it the entire week. Now we're going to give you a bonus. Yay. Your bonus will be in the form of a gift basket that's coming out of your check. I'm like, what? Oh my God. But I generally don't mind Five Nights at Freddy's series. It's just this last one. Again, I don't think you understood the homework assignment. You gave me why I like Five Nights at Freddy's, and I asked you about I gave you the assignment, give me the biography of Edgar Allan Poe, and that's not the same thing. So, I don't know why you can't understand the assignment or fucking ask, but that's not what I asked for. I don't think it's what anybody asked for, but whatever. So, they don't ask Achan shit, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't ask me for shit either, but they're your assignments. And lastly, the fuckery that was the Video Game Awards. Again, I forgot. I totally forgot about it. And it wasn't my fault. I had it in my head like 2 nights before the Video Game Awards to go back and look. And then some life fucking happened. And I was just like, what? So I wasn't on the ball. And then I forgot. And then somebody posted something on Reddit where basically, I don't know what game this was, but it was people getting ready to be hung. It was like somebody's face was covered over by the Village, Resident Evil Village logo. And he was like, I haven't won a single game from the Video Game Awards. And then Doom Eternal was next to it, like your first time. So I was like, okay, that's weird. I would have thought Resident Evil 8 swept the fucking Video Game Awards. That was part of the reason probably why I just forgot. Because I was like, okay, 8 is probably going to take it. There's probably no reason to look. No. I think the only game award they got was fucking for the lady who did Lady Dimitrescu. That was the only award I think they got. I don't know what, like, I looked at the list and I'm like, the fuck? Like, I at least, and if it wasn't going to be Resident Evil 8, I thought Deadloop was going to take Game of the Year, because I know I saw a trailer for that like 2 years ago, definitely 2 years ago. And I was like, oh, and then I was like, well, that's not coming out for a while, and I forgot about it, and it didn't really seem like something I would watch. So yeah, it just kind of left that to the wayside. But I would have thought for sure that would have got Game of the Year. You know what the fuck got Game of the Year? Some bullshit that I never fucking heard of. It Takes Two. And I was like, when I looked at Game of the Year winner, I'm like, It Takes Two? What the fuck is this? So I look, and they're like, it's a family game. And I was like, okay, well, maybe they're going less in a violent direction, because Last of Us, I know, that's the look I always get. Anytime I hear The Last of Us 2, this is the look of no. But I thought like maybe they weren't going to do anything violent, because they were like, Last of Us 2 was all violent and that swept last year. But I was like, well, maybe they're going in a more family-oriented direction. But then I saw Deathloop won a couple of things, and I was like, what the fuck is this game even about? So I go and look. The shit is about some people are getting divorced, and their daughter imagines it or turns them into little kids, or turns them into toys that she's playing with, to try to make them, to try to pretty much essentially force them to stay together. Because that's the message that young children need to hear in going into 2020 fucking 2. That it's more important for your happiness and not for your parents to be in a gross, toxic, awful, horrifying relationship. Just for your well-being, because that always fucking pans out. That's the message kids apparently need to hear. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? What is up with the fucking video game awards? And again, year 2, I'm still confused. Now, I understand the video game awards are a major thing, because a lot of places they don't really do Tokyo Game Show like that anymore. And E3 was on its last legs for the last couple of years. But I think the pandemic truly put a nail in all of these video game conferences, industry conferences. So, but I'm saying, what the fuck is It Takes? We really y'all went like all in, like balls fucking deep in to It Takes Two, with their shitty messaging of your parents' mental health doesn't matter. You just let them be in a toxic relationship and let them work the shit out. If your relationship is fundamentally flawed, I'm sorry, nothing is going to fix that. And forcing people to stay together for the child's happiness is not helping. And I'm saying, it wasn't that Resident, and I really believed in my heart and soul that Resident Evil 8 would take home a lot more awards than what they took home. They are seriously turning Resident Evil series into the fucking Susan Lucci of the video game industry. And they even gave that chick a damn award finally. She finally got a fucking daytime Emmy. What the fuck are you doing? Video game awards? Oh my God. And I am at a loss. I am at a hard loss for this. And I'm just like, I guess these are options people are taking, and I don't fucking know. And it makes me happy that I don't spend my time fretting about the video game awards, because every year it's a fucking disappointment. And I don't know, but at least we didn't have this year somebody chiming in, oh, it's going to be some news about a new Silent Hill and a new Metal Gear. There's never going to be any news about those things, because it doesn't exist. You're insane, and you need help, and you need to let it go. But yeah, I was fucking done. I was stuck on that shit for like half the morning today, and I still don't know where to turn about that one. Like, okay. Those are definite options, but what the fuck ever. So that is all the fuck I have. And I'm still floored by this. And I'm just like, damn. Y'all done turned Resident Evil into fucking Susan Lucci at the Video Game Awards. And that is fucked up. I don't like Ethan. I don't like Chris. And I thought I would fucking hate Resident Evil 8. It was not that bad. It was actually really, I still say it was good, but I don't fucking know. So, it's the holiday season. I am probably not going to be doing a video again. And the next time y'all see me, I will be back at my parents' house in Philadelphia. But doing healthcare, more healthcare shit. But that is all I have for now. And I will see y'all probably more than likely next year. Until then, stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Be responsible if you're going out to parties and shit. Wear fucking masks. Because these variants out here is fucking... I'm telling you, the earth is sick of us fucking humans. It's gonna swallow every motherfucker on here whole, and people playing like it ain't a thing. But just be safe and responsible over the holiday season, and I will catch y'all on the flip side of next year. Okay? Later.